Hi everyone, my name is Ana Andrade, and today for my book review, I chose Rosie Revere, Engineer. I'm very excited. So the main theme of this book is that failure does not mean the end. It means the beginning of an ongoing idea. And what I like about this book is that the author does not just emphasize what engineering is all about, but the things that come with engineers, such as social skills, problem-solving skills. And a little bit about the author. Her name is Andrea. So she is one out of six children. So she has a big family. I personally feel that that's a big family because I have a small family. So the closest thing that she's ever been surrounded by when it comes to technology was just television. And her siblings will come together and have bonding time while watching bad TV. A little bit about her background with education. She did major in biology and computer science, and now she writes books. And she has visited lots of schools, and I really like this, and I feel this is great because we need more people that have an educational background, or not just an education background, but what I'm trying to say is that if Andrea, she comes from a biology and computer science, and she is explaining to younger kids that computer science or engineering is not scary. She also wrote other books such about science, architect, and in this case, engineering. And I think that's great introduction and motivation for the children. The thesis of this book is I believe that in the book, Rosie Revere Engineer did not just talk about the inventions that Rosie invented, but the importance of not allowing other perception deteriorate you from your dreams. And this is crucial because we are spending more time with these kids and in a whole year. And kids, they need motivation. They don't need to we need to help them get out of their shell, not bring them back in. And I like this little quote that says the only true failure can come if you quit. So we want to motivate them by, if they fail, it's okay, let's try again, let's try to figure a new solution, new problem solving skills. A quick little summary about this book. It's about Rosie Revere, who's a little girl who loves to create and construct new inventions. So wherever she sees trash, she sees a new opportunity to implement it in her engineering and in her new ideas as well. So she likes to every single time she finishes creating a new invention, she comes and shows it to her family, and then until one day, one of her family members just points and laughs at her, and that's when everything goes downhill. She just felt that her engineering skills were not good because her invention did not work to serve a certain purpose for that day. And so she just shoves everything underneath the tape, underneath her bed, and she stops engineering because she says, what's the whole use of doing this if I'm not good at it? Until one day her Aunt Rose comes and sees and explains to her that the only true failure can come if you quit. Sorry, the only true failure can come if you quit. So if you give up, then when is it going to be solved? Analysis and evaluation of the book. So I chose cognitive. In this story, I noticed Andrea incorporate a lot of rhyming, and this helps for the students to discriminative skills, so listening skills, and capture the attention of the child's interest. This also helps the child to start constructing ideas and hypotheses into their daily ideas. So when children are reading this book or listening to this book, there's a lot of rhyming, and when there's rhyming, that tends to capture the attention of a lot of children, mostly because it's fast-paced, it's fun, it's motivating. And this can lead to a lot of new ideas, new hypotheses, new what if we do this? What's going to happen? What can we do differently? And I like this part. Your brilliant first flow was reaching success. Come on, let's get busy on to the next. So right there, we can also point out different rhyming skills, such as blah, blah, blah. Your brilliant first flow was a raging success. Come on, let's get busy and on to the next. Come on, let's get busy, on to the next. Raging success. Social emotional skills, there's a lot of that, and that is very important, like I had mentioned, because we are with these kids, with these students 5 days a week for 6 hours a day. And so we really want to encourage them and to motivate them to keep going, to try again, to not stop failing. And Rosie, in this book, Rosie Revere, it really shows this, and it's an example of motivation. And it is also an example for teachers and as educators or staff members to really keep on implementing this idea of motivation and of wisdom, which allows a lot of interaction with others and a social factor with influencing the the student with different kinds of skills. Creativity. This is my favorite one. It's so rich. This book is very rich in creativity, and it's very important because this will help the child in the more cognitive sense with literacy and problem solving skills and to really come out of their shell. Because when a child is able to create, they do not limit themselves to what is possible. As educators, we also need to foster open-ended concepts of what we're of between the worlds of education and technology. Technology is definitely an open-ended concept that I would like to implement in my homeroom. This one I know will not just help in technology, but this skill can also help in many other things, such as math, English, science, history, all the other kinds of lectures and ongoing, sorry, for my ongoing lesson plans that I'm able to implement all of this into. Conclusion. This book will make a good introduction for technology and science computer lab purposes, as well as using it when creating new ideas in group projects where they're able to come together as one. So if a child is not able to not is having a harder or more challenging time coming out of their shell and expressing their ideas and thoughts, coming to a group, two heads are better than one. So the possibilities are endless. The end. And this is my bibliography. I bought the book in Amazon. Best place to go. So Christmas is upon us. So you can write this book on your wish list.